Hi, this is Jill Renee, your beauty mentor. I wanted to, first of all, thank you and welcome you to my YouTube channel. Okay, I did a video a little while back saying that I wanted to teach all of the newly licensed cosmetologists the salon business. And I have a passion to do that. I do. But I realized, that you're just getting out of beauty school, and it costs a little bit of money to go there, right? So instead of me selling courses, I decided to do this on YouTube, okay? What I would ask that you would do is to subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos to newly licensed people as well, okay? So that they can get the knowledge that I have. I want to pour out everything that I know to you guys, okay? So I would hope that we would do that. Is that a deal? All right, great. Okay, so right now we are doing a series on color. I asked a lot of you that responded to my that responded to my free ebook. I am not going to edit this, okay? Y'all know that this is hard for me. Okay, so let's just roll with it, all right? I put out a video saying that I had a free ebook that I wanted to share with you guys and to get acquainted, okay, to get my feet wet in reaching out to you. Well, a lot of you responded to that. Hopefully you got my ebook, you have read my ebook, and it has helped you, all right? Now, the series that we're doing right now is color, because I asked, what is one of the main things that you walked away from beauty school still a little fuzzy on, still not real sure on, okay? And a lot of you said color. So we're going to go back to basics. We're going to do some theory, a little bit of theory now, and then later on we're going to do a practical so I can show you how it works, all right? Now, the thing that I want to, first of all, remind you of, because I'm sure that you were taught this, is color is in levels. Okay, hopefully you can see over here. Okay, yeah, there we go. I'll get out the way. Okay, so it goes from level 1, which is black, to level 10, which is the lightest blonde, like platinum blonde. Okay, so it would be good to, on a good rule of thumb, for you to write these numbers down, because in color they will be very, very important. All right, so we'll go over them. Level 1 is black. Level 2 is darkest brown. Level 3 is dark brown. Level 4 is brown. Level 5, light brown. Level 6, dark blonde. Level 7, blonde. Level 8, light blonde. Level 9, very light blonde. And number 10, lightest blonde or platinum. Okay, you're going to need to know those levels. All right, also, we did a video on the color wheel. That was yesterday, I think I did that. And what we talked about was tones or colors that neutralize other colors. All right, so if you have tones in your color that you don't want, there are colors that will neutralize that. All right, so for the tones have numbers as well. All right, so 1, you guys write these down. 1 is ash, which is gray, okay, kind of a grayish color. All right, 2 is a cool ash, which is like a matte green. And it has a little red asterisk because it neutralizes red, okay? So if you have a color, you've done a color and it has too much red in it, then you will use a toner that has a base that has a cool ash, or a number 2. And I'm going to show you, I wonder, can you see that? I want to show you, like on say this color too, okay? Hopefully that's not backwards for you. All right, that's 9, that's the level, and then the stroke, we call it, and then this is the tone. So it's an 8-6. So the level is 9, which 9 is very light blonde. All right, the strongest tone in this particular formula is 8. So that's like a pearl, like blue. Okay, and what that will neutralize is orange. That will neutralize orange, and it also has 6 in it. Okay, so 6 is violet, which is yellow. So that is a very brassy color that you want to get rid of. Okay, so I just wanted to go over these to get you familiarized or refamiliarized with the tones. Okay, so let's go over these. 1 is ash gray. 2 is cool ash matte green. 3 is gold or yellow. 4 is red, which is a warm color. 5 is mahogany, which is a reddish brown. Okay. 6 is violet, which is a cool color. 7 is brunette, which is a warm color. It has a little red in it. And then pearl, which is blue. It's kind of iridescent, you know. And cendre is number 9, which is like a grayish violet. It too has a little iridescence in it. Okay. So, and like I said, up here, let's see, this is a 4-7-1. Okay, so 4 is the level. All right, so that's a brown. All right, this is a toner. I'm talking about toners right now, so it can be color too, but this is toner. 7 is brunette, which is warm, and 1 is ash. All right, so that's going to give you an ash brown. Okay, does that make sense to you all? All right, so this is what you need to, as a colorist, as a cosmetologist, as a hairstylist, you need to memorize these numbers, the levels and the tones, and know what neutralizes what to get the tone out. Later on, we are going to do a demonstration so that I can show you. We're going to do some highlights on a mannequin that is, right now, she is a level 2. Okay, so we're going to do that a little later on in the video. Okay, so hang on, stay tuned, and we'll be back. Okay, so what we're going to do is some highlights, all right? Now, when your client comes in, you want to make sure that you first detangle the hair, okay? Ask her, well, you've already done your consultation, all right? You've already done your consultation. You've asked the questions, you know, have you had color before? You have any abrasions? You're going to do a scalp analysis. Check the scalp to make sure that there is nothing broken, no open sores, none of that. Okay, so you want to detangle, all right? So, and detangling starts from the ends up to the root. You don't want to go in like this, okay? You want to manipulate that scalp as little as possible. All right? As little as possible. Now, the thing that you're going to want to have is your gloves. You want to have gloves. Okay? Your foils. Wait, let me put my gloves on, y'all. All right. I started to have the gloves on before I started the video, but it's kind of hard to maneuver with these things on. Maneuver anything else, right? Okay, come on, baby. There you go. All right. So I am using bleach, okay, a scoop of bleach for 1 ounce of developer, okay? Today I'm going to use 30 volume. And the reason I'm going to use 30 volume, number one, her hair is dark, and we want to lift it, say 3 to 4 levels. Okay. So the higher the developer, the faster it will work. 20 volume will take longer than 30 volume, and so on. Okay. So put a little of that in there. You measure yours. I've been doing this so long, I don't measure. Okay. You want to get that ready. Okay, so all of the particles are dissolved and ready and waiting for you to get started, okay? The applicator brush has a tip on it for easy parting, okay? But you don't want to scrape that on the scalp, all right? Okay, so you want to section the hair. I'm only doing like a quadrant of her hair just for demonstration purposes. And I start at the bottom. I start at the bottom and clip off the rest. Okay, I'm sorry that was in y'all's way. Okay, so now with your rat tail comb, when you're doing highlights, you want to back comb to make sure that you have even distribution, because you're just doing highlights. You're not trying to do the whole strand, right? You're just doing highlights. Okay. You're going to start this on dry hair. You do not want to shampoo first. You do not want to manipulate that scalp, okay? All right, you have your foils as well. Okay? And of course, you're going to, put the cream on to make sure that you protect the skin. You go in and part off a little section. Okay. I always tease mine ahead of time. Okay. Pin that off. And then you're going to comb through or weave through. Because you're not going to do that whole section. All right? You're not going to do that whole section. Then you take a foil, put it on like that, and go underneath and hold it. And with the side of the brush, okay? If the hair is longer than the foil, you just twist and get it all in that foil, making sure that what you parted off does not get in the way. All right. All right. That down, fold it up. Okay. All right. Get you another piece, and you just do that throughout this section. And the reason why you do the teasing is you don't want to have a line. It's kind of hard for me to do this because I'm taller than where this mannequin is. You don't want to have a straight line going across. That's why you want to feather it through. Okay. Take a small section. Okay. Come loose. Okay. All right. Make sure that hair is saturated and fold. Okay. We'll do one more. I don't think I'll do the whole section. Bring down a little bit more. And because I brought down a little bit more, I will tease that part. Okay. And weave. Okay, so we'll let that stay on for 25-30 minutes. Checking it, you know, every 15 to see what is going on in there, right? Okay. While that is processing, okay, if you have anything that you would like to know about, any subject that you would like to know about, please put it in the comments, okay, so that we can go over it. Please put it in the comments. I mean, I have a whole protocol that I have planned to teach you guys, like the salon business, how to run a salon, how to get clientele and all of that. But there are some things that will be demoed because some of you have indicated that that's what you want, okay? So we will process that and we will be back. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes and these are the highlights that were created, okay, with 30 volumes and 30 minutes worth of, time, okay? So now these highlights have raised up to like a level 6. I would say a dark blonde. You would then turn to your client and say, is this the level that you want, or Do you want them lighter or darker? Let's say she wants it, this is fine for her, all right? But they're looking a little brassy. They're looking a little orange, right? All right, so now you go to your notes and you look to see what takes out orange. Okay, so we said level 8 for the toner. 8 would be pearl blue, which takes out orange. All right, so this little brassiness would be 8-6. Okay, which is this one right here. So you take, this is a 2-to-1 ratio. So 1 ounce to 2 ounces of developer. And the developer is this one for Color Touch. All right. See, I love Wella because they make it, they just lay it all out for you, right? So we're not going to do quite an ounce because, you know, that's not enough hair to do that. And I'm not one to waste product. So we're just going to put a little squirt in here, say about half an ounce, let's say. All right. And then we're going to do a complete ounce of Color Touch. Is this one even? This is probably a new bottle. It is. All right. Okay, so we're going to do about a complete ounce, like so. Okay? All right, we stir all of that up and put it right on the damp hair. After you've shampooed, you do not condition. You just shampoo. All right? You stir it up really, really well. So all the lumps and whatnot is out. Isn't this fun, y'all? Y'all having fun? I know I am. Okay, so it comes like creamy, just like that, okay? So you just kind of slather it on. Doesn't matter if you get it on the other hair that's not colored. And you just leave this on for like 20 minutes uncovered. You do not have to plastic cap it or any of that. You just leave it on. This looks like custard to me. Like lemon custard. And you can almost see it changing. Use all of this because we just used a couple squirts, right? Pull it all the way to the ends. Okay, we'll leave that on for about 20 minutes. Like so. All right. All right, we leave that on for 20 minutes and we will be back. Okay, so after 25 minutes, you still want to detangle. And one thing you want to bear in mind, that you can see the highlights, but you're not going to get the true color until the hair is dry. Okay, so give me a moment, let me dry it. after you shampoo and condition, y'all. You shampoo and condition the hair, then you blow dry. Okay, she has a few gray strands. Gray does not like to be colored. Just know that. Okay, y'all. So that concludes this tutorial today. Please be sure to put any questions that you may have in the description down at the bottom. Still, like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe, y'all, because that's what's going to keep me on here. That's what's going to keep me, showing you what I know, okay? I need you to subscribe, all right? Okay, so, and also in the comments, please let me know what it is that you are having a problem with or you're having difficulty with, and we can go over that. Or you can send me a DM, okay? Send me a DM and I will deal with you one-on-one, okay? All right, until next time, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming in and hanging with me, and we'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.